Okay, we're doing a little get ready with me, as the kids would say. So, today is December 3rd, and I am single again after about 7 months of what I thought was a really, really good relationship. But not everybody is capable of showing up for their person because they've got other shit going on. And unfortunately, it took this person 7 months to finally let me go. If I said I didn't know it was coming, I'd be lying, because I knew it was coming. We had had some discussions earlier on about some of the things that he felt he couldn't provide for me, and the hopeless romantic that I am and the ever positive, optimistic person I am said, babe, it's fine, you know, whatever you need to work on, we can work on it together. It's not, you know, you don't have to do this alone, yada yada. So here we are. What else is happening? I'm going to see Wicked tonight with my daughter. I'm very excited about that. And we're going to see our little cousin, our little baby cousin, Cece, who is, gosh, probably 7 or 8 months old. I haven't seen her since she was a newborn. So we're gonna go do that. I'm trying to stay busy. I'm going to see my therapist this afternoon, so that should be good. I haven't seen her since the breakup, and she's been with me through this whole relationship, so I'm sure she'll have some words of wisdom. Question for you guys. Is it ethical for your therapist to be friends with you on social media? Asking for a friend. This is not my therapist I'm talking about. I feel like that's a crossed boundary. And another question would be, is it ethical for your therapist to tell you to break up with someone? That's someone who's not abusive and whatnot, but like, is that something that therapists do? And oh, by the way, this person is a sex therapist and a relationship coach, not an actual therapist. So she's not licensed or anything like that. So what are our thoughts on that? I know what my thoughts are on that. But not much I can do about it now. Well, that was really aggressive contour on the nose. Yeah, I feel like therapists are supposed to like meet you where you are and listen to the things that you want to do and try to help you through that. Now, if you're dealing with like some mental illnesses, some like diagnoses, then maybe a therapist can help you do. But that would be a mental health therapist who is certified in mental health, not some sexologist that got their degree from the College of Sexology. Can you tell I'm a little bitter? Yeah. So that's where we're at. So trying to figure out what my next move is and what I've learned from this relationship. So I've definitely learned some things. I have learned that I am going to try really hard not to ignore red flags early on, right? I'm a big forgiver of red flags because I have a tendency to see the potential in people. I'm an optimist, and I believe that people can evolve when given the right circumstances, or when in the right, you know, healthy relationship, which I think someone can be with me. And so that's kind of where I go wrong. So I'm learning to kind of look for those signs and, I don't know, do something about it. But my last relationship, I met this guy in real life, not on the apps. We were both on apps, but we met each other in real life, which I really, really thought was special. And I'm trying really hard not to go back to the apps because I think they're trash. It doesn't mean that I won't browse on the apps just to see what's out there. But I can tell you that I've done that already, and it's not looking good. I think it's way better for guys on apps than girls on apps, especially at my age. Like, I'm 52, and most guys, a lot of guys that I'm attracted to are younger. The problem with that is that they might want kids, or they have young kids, and I cannot do young kids. I'm sorry. I met a guy last spring who I really liked. We really connected. He checked many of the boxes that I would be checking, but he had like an 8-year-old. And I was just like, and he was like freshly divorced. Like I think we had a couple dates before he was even officially divorced. But anyway, that was just not the right situation. But you know, I'm in this phase now where I'm like, if I could cobble together the perfect guy, this is what your lips look weird. This is what the perfect guy might look like. His organs need to work. That is going to be number one. I don't want to have to deal with impotence or sexual issues. I just think I'm over it. So that's a priority for me. The guy's got to make more money than I do too. Like, I do pretty well, and I like nice things. And it's funny because my last relationship, he was way more well off than I was, and we were together for 7 months. He didn't, besides like when we went out, he would pay all the time. I would pay occasionally, but most of the time he would pay, and we'd rack up, you know, some big bills. We'd go on the boat and he'd pay for gas, all that. But he never got me anything. He got me flowers twice. Once 3 days before he broke up with me, which was probably just a guilt thing. And one time when we first started dating, got me flowers. One time he was at the grocery store and he picked me up my favorite snack. That was it. 7 months, and that's the only thing I got. I didn't get any kind of gift from him. And, you know, a gift for him financially would be nothing. It'd be like me spending a nickel to get me like something nice. Never did. I was actually kind of looking forward to Christmas to see, you know, how that would work. I had already gotten him some Christmas presents, and I ended up giving them to him when he broke up with me because I was like, I don't want them. They're for you. But yeah, that was kind of weird. So anyway, somebody who's generous, right? Someone who does the little things. And I'm like, gift giving isn't, you know, my love language or anything like that, but I think it's important that you treat your person to some things that are, you know, outside of the norm of just like going out to dinner. So that's another requirement of mine. Like, you have to have the means to do that. I want to be on a beach sipping a cocktail at a nice place. And what else? Oh, they have to be smart, self-aware, like willing to put themselves out there. And the kids have to be older, like high school or older. That's it. Anyway, I got ready kind of fast. I have a meeting at work that I have to go to now. We'll chat later. Bye.